Ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Disney Bulldogs of Gulf Coast. At guard, 6'3" sophomore from Long Beach, number 0, Calvin Johnson. At guard, 6'5" sophomore from Trenton, New Jersey, number 4, Roderick Castanet. At guard, a 5'10" freshman from Alexandria, Louisiana, number 5, Melchior Flanagan. At 4, the 6'5" sophomore from Terry, number 10, Anthony Ratner. And at 4, the 6'4" freshman from Tampa, Florida, number 20, Carl Chow. The head coach of Gulf Coast is Tim Bryant. Is assisted by Lane Below. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your Southwest Bears. And 4, the 6'6" freshman from Jackson, number 3, Bernard Bowie Jr. At guard, a 6'1" freshman from Washington, D.C., number 5, Zay Blake.
Okay.
At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from McAllen, number 10, Crayon Jackson. At 4, the 6'10" freshman from Chatham, Minnesota, number 22, Malik Hamid. And at guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Virginia, number 23, Foley Bogan. The head coach of the Bears, his third season is Brian Bender. His assistants are Vince Thibodeau, Hirschman, and Zach Barnes.
Well, welcome back here to Southwest, inside the Southwest Basketball Center. Right quick, before we go to this one, we're joined, of course, by Coach Hilton here. Coach, real quick, give us Southwest keys to the one thing Southwest has to do to win tonight.
They have to keep number 5. Number 5, Maze Blake, from getting to the basket and getting downhill. They have to keep Gulf Coast from the offensive glass. They're a great offensive rebounding team, and they pride on that. And handle they'll have three-quarter court pressure.
Well, here we go. We're ready to go. Gulf Coast and Southwest. It is Amin who will jump it for the Bears, and the opening tip is controlled by Gadsden in Southwest, and he goes straight to the basket and puts it in. Nice job, Gadsden, to get us underway tonight as the Bears up 2-0. Here comes East Central, Gulf Coast on the offensive end. They want to go straight to the hoop, and a shot and put up, and a foul called quickly as Ratcliffe went to the hoop.
Southwest foul, number 23, Foley Bogan, his first, team first.
So Foley picks up the foul. That will put Ratcliffe to the line. Free throw opportunity for Gulf Coast here early in this 2-0 basketball game. Ratcliffe puts the ball to the floor. Shot put up. It rolls around and gets in. Gulf Coast gets on the board via the free throw. Tied it. Now we are 2-1 in favor of the Bears. Second free throw for Ratcliffe. That went in and good. Ratcliffe going to make them both from the free throw line. Tie this basketball game at 2 apiece. 19:44 to play here in the opening quarter. Southwest. Of course, Gulf Coast bringing that full court pressure to the Bears here early. Bears bring it across the timeline, put it into the hands of Gadsden. Gadsden dribbling around top of the key with it. Gadsden feeds it over to Blake. Blake down in the corner, brings it out, goes towards the hoop, punches it back out. It's in the hands of Gadsden again. Boy, Bears impressive passing right now. Find the open man, put the three, rolls off, won't go for Bowie. Bears passing it around, put the shot in for Bowie, but couldn't get it to go. Gulf Coast brings it down with Flanagan. He'll walk with the basketball. Bring it back to this other end. In fact, Gulf Coast, the Bears will inbound it right in front of the Bear bench there. Of course, the Bear bench is on the opposite side this time with COVID protocols. Everybody kind of spaced out more. And once again, bring that full court pressure to the Bears. Bears able to dribble away from it with Blake. Blake, top of the key with the basketball on the floor. Gulf Coast playing that man-to-man defense at the moment. Slips around him into the lane, around the double team, puts his shot up, won't go. Here's Gulf Coast with the rebound. They come back in a hurry on the other end. Their shot put up, won't go, and who's got the rebound? It's the Bears. Here come the Bears on the other end, very quickly in the hands of Blake, and Blake has it stolen from him. Gulf Coast brings it back down to the other end, and the lay-in by Ratcliffe. Quick action here makes it a 4-2 game, 18:21 to play. Bears with the basketball in the hands of Blake. Blake top of the key with it, goes to Gatson. Gatson with the basketball. Under 2 minutes gone now here in the opening quarter. He'll feed it to Lamine, boy, and he got a foul called against him. It's on 10, that's Ratcliffe. Team's first, and that'll be on the floor. Bears will get the fresh 20 on the shot clock. They'll inbound it underneath their own goal. Gadsden will inbound it to Blake, to Bowie. Bowie gives it over to Lamine, and he'll blow it home. Makes it a 4-4 basketball game. Malik Lamine, who's played limited time, but getting the start tonight due to the Bears being a bit short-handed, and he makes the basket to make it a 4-4 game. Gulf Coast with the basketball, goes towards the hoop. That's blocked, but they'll say a foul. 23. That's Bogan who picks up his second. Bogan's picked up 2 quick fouls. And number 20, that is, he'll miss the first one. Tameen misses the first one from the free throw line. He'll have one more coming his way. Second free throw up good. He makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 5-4 basketball game. Gadsden with the basketball. Gulf Coast staying in that full court pressure. Gives it to Gadsden. Gadsden back to Carter. Carter gets rid of it to Bowie. Bowie down in the lane with it. Lost it, got it back. Shot clock down under 10 now. Bears want to shoot the 3 out of the corner. Good from Carter. Cale Carter down in the corner. Good with that one to make it a 7-5 game. Gulf Coast brings it to the other end of the floor. 17:06 in the lane and another foul. Boy, I think Malik's going to pick that one up. It is Lamine who picks that one up. Bears are going to get Nate Hudson to check in for him. So Nate Hudson on the floor for the first time for the Bears. Gulf Coast will inbound this in front of the Bear bench. Inbounding it and giving it to Flanagan. Flanagan with the basketball, top of the key. Flanagan gives it to Tameen. He'll shoot the 3 ball up, no good. Got his own rebound. Gives it underneath to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe feeds it back to Mezzanier, and he'll give it to Johnson. Johnson's 3 ball put up, it won't go. Boy, they had 3 looks at it that time and couldn't get it to fall. Bears on the other end, long 3 from downtown, put up, won't go. All right, Blake threw that one up from way downtown, and it wouldn't go from the Bears. Going to the corner with it. Shot put up, won't go. Rebound Bears. That was Nate Hudson who came in, got the rebound. Hudson got the rebound to Carter. Carter wants to shoot the long 2. That one put up, won't go. Rebound picked up by Gulf Coast. Here they come on the other end. As fast as they can on the 3 ball. That one put up, won't go. And the rebound picked up by the Bears. Boy, the 3 ball's not falling for either team right now. Now the Bears will try to slow this down a bit with Blake. Coach Brian Bender wants them to set the play. That's what he's asking them to do from the Bear bench. They'll set it with Bowie. Bowie will give it to Carter. Carter with the basketball to Gadsden. Gadsden back out to Carter with it. Carter, the long 2. And he is fouled in the act of shooting, and he'll go to the free throw line. Ratcliffe. Gulf Coast has 2 fouls, and they're both against Ratcliffe. Carter goes to the free throw line. He will, for the first time tonight, go to the free throw line for the Bears. First one for Carter up, good. Carter makes the first to make it an 8-5 game. Bears will substitute. Looks like Jenkins will check in for Southwest. Second one up, good. Carter going to make them both for the Bears. Make it a 9-5 game, 15:42 to play for Southwest. Bears will play defense. Gulf Coast will bring it down with Flanagan. Flanagan top of the key with it. Sticks it over into the hands. Into the corner with it. Back up now down in the lane. Now back out. The 3-ball put up. That one good. That was number 20. Tameen, who got the 3-ball to fall, ties it and makes it 9-8. Bears bringing it down. Puts it in the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins lost it. Gulf Coast grabs it. Goes to the other end and the slam home. Well, I tell you, some fast-paced action here. Gulf Coast is retaking this lead at 10-9. Bears on the other end, put it up in the air high. It's lost, tipped up in the air. Who's got it? It's Gulf Coast who's got it. Gulf Coast comes to the other end with the basketball. In the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan's long 3 put up, won't go. Rebound picked up by Gulf Coast to 2. Off the backboard, won't go. And the Bears grab the rebound. Here comes Gadsden. Gadsden flips it to Moore, and Moore goes to the hoop and gets it. Javius Moore got that one to fall for the Bears. Javius, of course, out of Macomb, gets that one to fall for the Bears. Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast, down in the lane, up and no good. Rebound, who's got it? It's on the floor, loose. It's picked up by Javius Moore and given to Gadsden. Gadsden will bring it to the floor. Across the timeline with 14 to play to Jenkins. Jenkins goes back to Moore, out of corner, the 3-ball put up, won't go. Here's the rebound picked up by Gulf Coast. Flanagan will bring it down for Gulf Coast. He'll cross the timeline with it, 13:45 to play in the opening half of this basketball game. They want to go underneath that one, cut off by Gadsden, picked up by Hudson. Here comes Nate Hudson on the other end, lays it off the glass, won't go. Put back up by Moore, that won't go, and Gulf Coast gets it. Hudson wouldn't go. Moore tried to tip it in. It wouldn't go. Now Gulf Coast on the other end, they missed the layup. Here we go, back on the other end. Moore goes to the hoop, over a couple of defenders, gets the basket and the foul. Javius Moore, the Macomb product, the fouls on Johnson. Picks up his first. And Javius Moore will have a chance to make it a 3-point play right here. As they make a few substitutions. Coach Javius Moore, that Macomb product, just since he's came in, almost instant impact from him.
Yes, yes.
Ball in the hands of Javius Moore to make it a 3-point play. 13-19 to play, 13-10 left. Up and no good. Rebound picked up by Gulf Coast. Here they come. Proby, who just checked in, Dontavius Proby, who just came into this basketball game off the Gulf Coast bench, checks in for the first time. He's beyond the 3-point line with it to Tameen. Tameen's 3-ball in and good. Second time he's done that to make it 13-10, and we have timeout on the floor. 13-13, excuse me, the 3-point made it 13-13 with 12:59 to play. Coach, what do you think about the first half of this first quarter?
Oh, man, you're talking about an up-and-down game, man. I mean, it's a fast-paced game. I think that Southwest, with some of their limited players being limited out with Barber. Barber is a very active, motive. He has a motor at 6'8", but the other kid, number 2, Michael Carter, he has really stepped his game up, and that's what Southwest need him to do. He was really aggressive on the offensive end, and that's been the difference in this ball game. And Javius Moore, coming off the bench, has been a spark for Southwest.
Absolutely. The Bears have had to get a spark from other places, and they've gotten it. This one taken away, though, full court pressure by Gulf Coast, and a foul going to be called against the Bears. They'll count the basket there, and Gulf Coast going to retake the lead. It's Carter with his first foul. That's the 4th against Southwest.
That was the key to this game, is handling that 3-quarter court pressure that I talked about.
And that's exactly what they've done the entire night. They brought the full court press to Southwest.
Yes.
Basketball in the hands of Carter. Carter gets it off to Moreland. Moreland gets it to Nate Hudson, and boy, nice pass job there to find the open man. Nate Hudson got himself all by himself underneath the basket, and he gets it to go 15-15. We're tied again here at the Southwest Basketball Center. Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast, knocked away. Who touched it last? They say Gulf Coast did. Gulf Coast the last to touch it. Bears will own it. Bears want to get Blake back in. Gadsden will go to the Bear bench. Gadsden, that sophomore presence, will check out. Blake will check in for him. Blake will give it to Carter. Carter, here comes that, trying to get out of that full court press. They'll get it across the timeline. Gulf Coast playing with them out just about the entire length of the floor. Goes down to the corner. Moreland puts the three up. It won't go. Rebounded by Gulf Coast. Here they come on the other end with Flanagan. Flanagan wants to put a three up. That won't go. Bears get the rebound with Carter. Carter will bring it back down. Gets it in a hurry, now slows it down. Now gives it to Moreland. Moreland's long two put up, won't go. Rebound, Javius Moore to put back in and good. Put back for Javius Moore in and good. Bears lead by 2, 17-15 here at the basketball center. Flanagan brings it for Gulf Coast. Flanagan will give it to Proby. Proby brings it back up top. Hands it to McCorvey. McCorvey, underneath they go. They want to play big at the free throw line now. Put up no good. Bears get the rebound. Gulf Coast goes for the steal. Blake able to dribble his way out of that one. Moreland passed on the three, gave it to Carter, and Carter traveled. A travel by Carter, and Gulf Coast will make a substitution. McCorvey will check out. I think they get Flanagan back into this basketball game, and they will bring Proby to bring it down. Proby will bring it down with 11:03, 17-15, the lead 2. Here goes Proby, bounces it back out to Foreman. His shot put up won't go. Bears get the rebound and all by himself. Here's Zay Blake, and he lays it off the glass, no good. And Blake will re-enter, and it's Bears lose the ball there. Blake all by himself.
Was not a very smart move.
What do you tell them, Coach, when they try to slam and it don't go in?
Well, you're a point guard. We just need 2 points at this.
Lay it in off the glass, right?
Glass, yes.
Lay it in off the glass.
And not only did he try to dunk it, but he tried to do something fancy.
Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast with Flanagan. Flanagan goes towards the hoop. His jumper in and good. That's the first basket for Flanagan in the ball game. Makes it 17-17. We're tied again. Ball in the hands of Javius Moore. Moore looking for Blake. They lost it. Gulf Coast gets it right back. Spin move, turns around, gets it to go, and traveling called against McCorvey. Jaden McCorvey called for traveling with Gulf Coast. And the basketball belongs to the Bears. 17-17 with 10-17 to play. Gadsden, who just checked back into the basketball game, gets the ball. Gadsden gives it to Blake. Blake back to Gadsden. Now it's in the hands of Bowie. He'll give it to Moreland. Moreland, the three ball, good. When Walker Moreland gets hot, he can make some three balls for the Bears.
He's an excellent three-point shooter.
20-17 with 9:55 to play. Gulf Coast with the basketball. Flanagan goes towards the hoop, splits the lane, and boy, just went all the way in. Bears defense kind of stopped there, and Flanagan found himself a spot. He goes all the way to the hoop. Bears bring it down in the hands of Blake. Blake with it up top. Setting the play in front of him, he'll give it to Gadsden. Gadsden touches it back to Bowie. Now he'll give it back to him. Now back to Blake. Moreland now. Now back to Gadsden. Gadsden back to Blake. The three ball up, no good. Bears get the rebound underneath. The put back, though, is knocked out of the hands of Bowie, and Gulf Coast going to control it. Now Moreland knocks it away into the Bear bench. Now to give the Bears a chance to set their defense with 9:10 to play here in the opening half.
You see on that last play that Flanagan got downhill and got to the mouth of the rim. They have to keep him out of that area.
Bears will have to play defense here. Flanagan will get the basketball. 9:07 to play here in the opening half. Flanagan with it. Beyond the three-point line, he goes down into the lane now. He's triple teamed. Wants some help. Get some help from Gulf Coast. They'll bring it back out. Shot clock down to 8. He'll shoot the 3 ball from up here. That one no good off the rim, though. They get it back. Put back is good. Flanagan underneath, jumped up, got above the Bear defenders, and got it to go. 21-20 the lead now for Gulf Coast. Bears bring it back out. Moreland's 3 ball off the rim, no good. It's rebounded by Gulf Coast. Here we come on the other end. Gulf Coast with the basketball. Now he'll lose it to Blake. Blake picks it up for the Bears. Blake feeds it to Bowie. He'll get it up. Foul called. Let's see. We got a foul in the act of shooting on the Gulf Coast, number 11. It's Proby who picks up the 4th. Now Bowie will go to the free throw line. He has not had a basket in this basketball game. Bears down 1, 21-20. First shot put up, and that one is good. Makes it 21-21, 8:18 to play. And now Gulf Coast going to ask for timeout. 21-21, 8:18 to play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Coach, you talked about it just a moment ago. Flanagan, and to me, kind of being the offensive leaders for Gulf Coast. The Bears have spread it around, but it seems like Gulf Coast has a little bit more rhythm at times than Southwest does, doesn't it?
Yes, with Flanagan, he's the catalyst to their offense, and they feed off of him. And as he penetrates the gaps and he tries to get in the gaps, and they have to find a way to shut those gaps.
That's what the Bears and Coach Brian Bender are talking about right now. Bears have had Moore, Carter, Gadsden, Moreland, Lamine, and Hudson all score baskets in this basketball game. So the Bears offensively are spreading it around. It's just on the defensive side that they got to find that stop that they've been looking for. 21-21. Bears do have a chance, though, to take the lead from the free throw line here with Bowie. Free throw shot up, and that one bounces off, no good. We stay tied 21-21, 8:15 to play. Basketball belongs to Gulf Coast. Flanagan will bring it down. Bears trying to put a little bit more pressure on Gulf Coast early, but Gulf Coast able to get it down and now set the offensive board. 8 minutes to play here, opening half. Flanagan goes down underneath the hoop. Shot put up, won't go. He was double teamed that time by the Bears. Gadsden gives it to Bowie. Bowie back out to Blake. Blake's 3-pointers in and good. Zay Blake with the 3 ball in and good to make it 24-21. The Bears get a 3 ball to the lead, but Gulf Coast answers with a 3 of their own from Flanagan on the other end. If he's not going underneath, he's shooting a 3, 24-24, 7:26 to play here in the first half. Gadsden goes towards the hoop with it. His shot off the glass won't go. Got his own rebound. Crayon Gadsden with the putback. Gadsden with the putback makes it 26-24 in favor of the Bears. Now it's Tomine who wants to get rid of it to Proby. Proby touches it for a moment. Long 3 from Flanagan won't go. Flanagan's 3 from way downtown that time wouldn't go. Bears get the rebound. Gadsden back to Blake. Blake wide open 3 ball good. Zay Blake with the wide open 3 ball in and good. 29-24, 6:40 to play here in the basketball center in the first half. They'll go out underneath with it. Rebound picked up by Gadsden. Gadsden brings it down for the Bears. Gadsden gives it to Blake. Blake's 3 ball this time won't go. Rebound picked up. It's Wheaton who grabbed the rebound for Gulf Coast. He'll give it to Flanagan. Flanagan pitches it back as he gets underneath to go to Messner, and he gets the basket. 29-26 the Bear lead. 6:08 to play here in the first half of this contest. Gadsden with the basketball. Coach Brian Bender giving them the instructions from the Bear bench. They'll give it to Jenkins. Jenkins to Blake down in the corner. Back out to Jenkins. Jenkins brings it up top to Gadsden. Gadsden goes back to Jenkins. Jenkins goes towards the hoop. Shot put in. Good, and the foul. Fouls on 12. That's Wheaton. A chance for Jenkins to make it a three-point play. Coach, one other thing you notice, how important is it to have teams, how is it important like to have Gatson and Jenkins sophomores on this team, because, I mean, they've seen this league before, and they know when the times get tough, don't they?
Exactly. That experience, you can't substitute for that experience.
Kind of like a senior in high school, isn't it?
It's in
Kind of like
high
a
school.
senior.
Like a man playing with boys.
Exactly. Jenkins and, of course, Jenkins and Gatson both on this team last year for Southwest. The free throw put up won't go, 31-26. 5:41 to play. Now the Bears kind of bringing that pressure to Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast, though, able to get it across the timeline into the hands of Johnson. Johnson down in the lane with it. Gives it back out to Farmer. He goes to the hoop, and his shot put in and good. And he's fouled. Farmer gets the basket. It's on Kennard Bowie Jr., his first. It's the fifth. But Lady Bears, by the way, beating Gulf Coast 22-11 with 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. So the Lady Bears up right now down at Mississippi Gulf Coast. Here's Farmer to make it a three-point play. The free throw up, and that one rolls back, no good. Bears get the rebound, they give it to Blake. Blake brings it down. Blake, top of the key with it to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Blake, now to Gadsden. They flip it over to Carter down in the corner. Carter brings it back out. It's Blake up top with it. 14 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Bears want to shoot the three ball. Put up, won't go. Rebound, Gulf Coast. Here comes Gulf Coast down on the floor. Lost it on the floor, and there's a scramble for it. Bears have it at the moment, and they'll bring it back down. Here come the Bears and Blake. Blake will give it to Gadsden. Gadsden back over to Bowie. Bowie towards the hoop. His shot blocked by Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast blocks the shot, come back the other way with it. 4:41 to play here in the first half. Basketball with Proby, the long three in and good. Proby with hands in his face that time, got the three ball to tie it at 31. 31-31. 4:24 to play here. Gadsden with the basketball. Gadsden hands it to Jenkins. Jenkins passes it over to Blake. Blake with it, back to Jenkins. Jenkins thought about the lane, saw it close up on him, decides to bring it back out to Blake. Blake gives it back to Jenkins. Jenkins up, and we'll have a foul called in the lane. 21 the foul, Farmer. It's the sixth. And going to the line for the Bears, Jenkins. As far as planting your feet goes, Coach, can you teach that, or do you just have to hope you get the call?
Well, you have to teach it. You have to work on it in practice.
A lot,
and
don't you?
Get your kids in the right place, and hopefully to get the call, because it's so questionable at times.
And even if you think you're right, sometimes the official doesn't think you're right.
Think you're right. But as long as you got your kids doing the fundamental thing, which Coach Bender had him doing, getting in the right position, and knowing that trying to slide his body to the side, not be able to hit that guy head on, you know.
Makes the first, makes the second when Jenkins gets both at the free throw line. Makes it 33-31 with 4:03 to play here in the first half. We've been back and forth the entirety of the first half of this basketball game. Gulf Coast will bring it with Flanagan. Flanagan goes to the hoop with it, lays it to the side, won't go. Bears pick up the rebound. It's Malik Lamine who grabs that one. Fliches it to Blake. Blake back out to Moore. Moore in the corner with it. And now the long distance pass going to be picked off by Gulf Coast. On the floor, still on the floor, Bears pick it up. Bears pick it up with Blake. Blake gives it to Moore, and now we get the charge call. Like we said a moment ago, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're lucky there. It's a judgment call.
Absolutely. Gulf Coast with the basketball. Proby will bring this one down 33-31, 3:25 to play in the opening quarter. And we got a foul called. It's on Farmer. He picks up his second. That will be 7. So we should go to the other side and shoot the, no, we'll just bring it in. Bears will ask Bogan to bring it in right here in front of us. Bogan will bring it in to Gadsden. Gadsden will bring it across the timeline. 3:15, clock running, 33-31 in favor of the Bears. Moreland gives it back to Gadsden, back to Moreland. He'll hand it to Moore. Bears go to Bogan. Bogan tries a little one-hander. The layoff won't go. Fight for the rebound. Picked up by Bogan and put back in. Foley Bogan puts that one back in. 35-31, the Bear lead. Here comes Gulf Coast back on the other side with it. They want to back it out with 17 showing on the shot clock and set something up. Got the big man Lamine out beyond the three-point line. Now he'll back his way back down underneath, disrupt the throw. Who's got it? They say Bears basketball. Bears own the basketball with 2:31 to play, leading 35-31. Gadsden with the basketball, brings it across the timeline. Gadsden gives it to Bogan. Bogan gives it back to him. Now Moreland touches it back to Crayon Gadsden. Crayon goes into the lane, jumps up, puts the one-hander in and good. Gadsden puts it in and good, makes it 37-31. 2:06 to play here at the basketball center. 37-31, the Bear lead. Gulf Coast with the basketball. They'll hand it to Mezanet. He'll go to the lane. Shot put up. They called the foul on Moreland. Moreland got charged with it. Oh, excuse me. It's Moreland who gets charged with that one.
It's one of those calls you had to have a reverse and look at the telestrator. It's like, was he inside of the dotted line or not?
Could have gone either way. Is that what you're saying, Coach?
Yes, it could have gone either way.
Makes the first free throw. That's the nice way of putting it up.
Yeah.
Coach trying to be politically correct with us this evening.
Oh, yes.
He makes the first one. Here comes the second one. He makes the second one, too. Makes it 37-33. Bears with the basketball. Gadsden brings that one down. Gadsden with the basketball. Dribbles it, draws the double team, bounces back over to the other end, goes to the hoop. One-hander put up, won't go, but a foul called against Gulf Coast with 1:38.
Gulf Coast foul, number 5.
That's Flanagan. That's only the first one Flanagan's picked up. Gadsden will go to the free throw line for the Bears. 37-33, 1:38 to play here in the first half. Gadsden with the basketball, chance to extend the Bear lead from the free throw line. First one up, good. Makes it 38-33. Gadsden with the first free throw. Second free throw now for Gadsden. Good, Gadsden makes them both. 39-33, 1:38 to play first half here at the Southwest Basketball Center. Here comes Gulf Coast to bring it down with Proby. Proby top of the key with it. 18 left on the shot clock for Gulf Coast. They'll toss it around. They'll put it back into the hands of Tameen. He'll get rid of it to Proby. Proby's three. Put up, won't go. Bears grab the rebound with Javius Moore. Gives it to Bogan. Bogan to the hoop. Shot put up, won't go. Bogan now comes back, tries to steal it away, but able to secure that one is Gulf Coast. They'll go to the corner. Three ball there, good. That's to me, who puts that one in. 36-39, Bears lead. 48 seconds to play now. Crayon Gadsden with the basketball. Gadsden goes to Moreland. Moreland's three out of the corner. That one put up, won't go. Moore grabs the rebound, gives it to Bogan. He'll lay it off the glass. Foley Bogan, right place, right time. 41-36. 27 seconds to play here in the first half. Bears lead. They give it to Proby of Gulf Coast. 19 on the shot clock. There's about a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here at Southwest. Gulf Coast wants to run that down as far as they can. Now they'll give it to Johnson. Johnson's three ball up, good. Johnson's three ball for Gulf Coast in and good to make it 41-39. Bears throw up one from half court with Bogan. It won't go, and we've got to the half. 41-39. The Bears lead here at the Southwest Basketball Center. Back to run down the scoring and get Coach Hilton Harrell's thoughts on the first half after we grab a 2-minute break. Back in 2 minutes, Bear basketball on WAZA and Bear TV.
During this 2021 basketball season, for all home games at Southwest Mississippi Community College, here's our attendance policy. The home team will receive 40 tickets. Visiting teams will be allowed 15 tickets. There's also 30 tickets available for Southwest students on a first-come, first-served basis. Those are available at the Sports Information Office. There are 20 tickets that will be available for the general public. Those will be sold at the campus bookstore for $10 apiece. The Southwest Cheer Squad will receive 10 tickets. There will be no pep band or halftime performances, and all MACC, MHSAA, MAIS, and Southwest passes will be accepted. Anyone attending the games will be asked to wear a mask and try to maintain a 6-foot distance between groups. The teams, they'll be seated on the south side of our gymnasium, while all fans will be seated on the north side of the Southwest Basketball Center. And whether you're joining us in person or on Bear TV, go Bears! During this 2021 basketball.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a four-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, 10 Bears score in this game. Nobody in double figures for Southwest. The leading scorer is Gadsden with 8. Moore has 6. Blake has 6. Let's run down the scoring for the Bears. Moore with 6. Carter with 5. Bowie with 1. Blake with 6. Gadsden with 8. Moreland with 3. Jenkins with 4. Lamine with 2. Bogan with 4. And Hudson with 2. In the basketball game for the Bears, only Bear with multiple fouls is Bogan. He's got 2. Lamine, Moreland, Bowie, Carter, and Moore all with 1. Those are your numbers for the Bears. For Gulf Coast, leading scorer for Gulf Coast, they have 1 in double figures. That's number 20, Card Tameen, 12 first half points, including 3 3-pointers, 9 for Flanagan, and then 6 for Rodrigue Mesnay. Let's see, 3 in the game for Johnson, 3 for Proby, 2 for Farmer in this basketball game. Let's see, multiple fouls for Farmer and Ratcliffe, 1 apiece for Wheaton, Flanagan, and Johnson. The halftime score 41-39 in favor of the Bears. And real quick, we don't have a halftime guest tonight because we wanted to get Coach Hilton Harrell, who joins us, longtime high school coach in this area, still coaching high school basketball. Coach, you look at the first half of this basketball game. What do you see on the positives for Southwest? And also, if you're Coach Brian Bender, what are you telling the guys in the halftime locker room?
In the halftime locker room, I'm telling the guys that positive things is that they were able to adjust to what we talked about early on was the full court pressure. They turned the ball over early on, but all of a sudden Coach Bender had a timeout, and after that we didn't see too many turnovers on the full court pressure, and all of a sudden we say Flanagan's going to get downhill and get to the rim, and they start closing the gaps and made adjustments to that. And Coach Tim Ryan he changed his defense, went to a half-court zone, and it was amazing how Southwest adjusted to it and not even having to call a timeout, and they ran the offensive set, and they scored after he changed his defense. And I think the positive thing is Gulf Coast is getting one shot at the basket. They're not getting 2 and 3 shots at the basket, and that's going to be the plus, and that's their trademark, to try to hit the offensive glass and put that pressure on their opponents. And that 2-2-1 full court pressure is their trademark, and getting Flanagan into the lanes and getting openings on the outside. But Southwest has been closing it out and getting so fast, but they've been very patient tonight on offense, finding the open players at the end of that game there. You saw Jalen Moore find Roderick underneath the basket for a lay-in. And I like the way Gaston has been so aggressive on offense, because when you lose people like Barber, who's got a motor and play like he does, and for them to be, Coach Bender has done a good job of getting them ready. That's the positive thing. This bench and these players are playing really well.
I was going to say they go Saturday without Barber and without Strickland, who early in the season have been the two go-getters for this Bears team.
Exactly.
They go beat a very good East Mississippi team in overtime. Yeah. Now they're up 41-39 here, so it's that next man up mentality that the Bears have been using, and it's been working for Coach Brian Bender, hasn't it?
Yes, it's going to be a positive down the stretch, because they are one of when I look at junior college teams around the state, this is a very athletic team. They are long, they're lengthy, they got speed, they got shooters, and with the bench coming in and contributing like they do, you got the quality of having a good basketball team.
Like they say, some of the teams in this league, and again, seeing these teams, some teams like to play big, some teams like to play fast.
Right.
It's nice when you can do either or, and the bench that Coach Brian Bender's built kind of allows him to go both. He can go big if he needs to. He's got the big guys like Hudson, like Lamine, when he needs to, but he can also go small and shoot the 3 ball like we talked about off the bench with Moreland and Gatson and Blake and guys like that.
Exactly, and that's a credit to their coaching staff going out and getting players to fit their system and what they're looking for, and I see nothing but positive things down the stretch.
Well, we got a score on the women's game, 32-28. They just went to the half down in at Gulf Coast to 32-28. The women are leading Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Of course, earlier today in baseball action, the Bears victorious on their final swing of the game. Baseball, what's the score right now? Hines 1-0 in the top of the 4th. In the second game, top of the 4th, Hines leading 1-0. Bears won game 1 this afternoon. It was a 5-4 walk-off home run that won it for the Bears. That's your first half thoughts. We'll come back in 2 minutes. Get ready for second half action. Back in 2 minutes to get ready for second half action. You're listening to Bear Basketball. It's on WAZA 107.7 FM. And, of course, you're watching Bear Basketball this evening on Bear TV.
During this 2021 basketball season, for all home games at Southwest Mississippi Community College, here's our attendance policy. The home team will receive 40 tickets. Visiting teams will be allowed 15 tickets. There's also 30 tickets available for Southwest students on a first-come, first-served basis. Those are available at the Sports Information Office. There are 20 tickets that will be available for the general public. Those will be sold at the campus bookstore for $10 apiece. The Southwest Cheer Squad will receive 10 tickets. There will be no pep band or halftime performances, and all MACC, MHSAA, MAIS, and Southwest passes will be accepted. Anyone attending the games will be asked to wear a mask and try to maintain a 6-foot distance between groups. The teams, they'll be seated on the south side of our gymnasium, while all fans will be seated on the north side of the Southwest Basketball Center. And whether you're joining us in person or on Bear TV, go Bears! during this 2021.
I can say I've done a lot of things in my life. I've flown with the Eagles, rode with the Cowboys, I've barreled through the barriers. One thing I can't say though is that I did it alone. People ask me what makes a legend. I always say it's about being a part of something bigger. It's never just me. It's always one for all. Whatever comes your way, do it together.
Did you make it to baseball? Okay. He got to see the walk-off home run. Well, that's good. I'm glad the photo man made it for the walk-off home run. I would have hated for him to have missed that. Oh, I'm sure. Chuck Barnes, by the way, joining us here, who doing some double duty like the rest of us today. Went and played baseball to the baseball game earlier. Said he made it just in time for the walk-off home run. So I'm glad he made it for the walk-off. Game 2 right now, of course, Hines leading 1-0. We talked about that. Basketball action for the ladies, it's 32-28 right now in favor of the Bears. By the way, we talk about women's basketball for the Bears. The Lady Bears back in action here at the Southwest Basketball Center against Meridian Thursday with a 6 o'clock tip time. So we've got women's basketball for you Thursday as the women of Southwest take on the women of Meridian. That game this Thursday here in the Basketball Center at 6 p.m. So don't forget, that's our next Lady Bear broadcast coming your way next, or should I say this Thursday, here inside the Southwest Basketball Center. Don't forget as well, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, it's Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV. It's our weekly look at what's happening in the sports and in all of sports around Southwest Mississippi Community College. Of course, this week we're going to talk softball. We'll get the softball preview with the head man of the softball team, Coach Shea Johnson, who tried to get his home season started back on Friday. He'll join us. We'll also talk with some of student athletes, how they react both inside and outside the sports arena. Baseball and soccer up for that. It's Inside Bear Athletics tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right here on Bear TV. We'll step aside for a 60-second break. We'll come back, get second half action rolling back in 60 seconds. Bear basketball on WACA and, of course, right here on Bear TV.
Man, you...
It's fast, I told you.
I say but you're good at it though. You know how to. Man, that's amazing. That's a gift.
Hey, you didn't give me any? What's wrong? Oh, there you go. Come on. There you go. That's better.
That's good.
I don't know about you.
You never know. I've been in baseball all day. I had to do all 7. 1-0 Hines, 4th. Yeah, I like how you going to text me and say, they going to play 7 or 9 today. Okay. Well, the women's game still at the half is 32-28 in favor of the ladies of Southwest. We talked about the fact that Meridian here at the Southwest Basketball Center Thursday with women's action. 41-39, we come on to the floor here in the second half. Coach Hilton Harrell joining us. Coach, Bears, real quick, what do we need to do in this final 20 minutes to take home this basketball game?
The number one thing is for Southwest to keep defending the high ball screens like they're doing. They've done a great job the first half of defending the high ball screen, not allowing Flanagan to get their offense going. They settle for, make Gulf Coast settle for shots. They got to make them keep selling and then handling that pressure. I think they're going to change the pressure. They probably go from a 2-2-1 to probably man-to-man. You have to look for that this second half.
Well, Gulf Coast, the possession arrow shows their way. They get the basketball to start the second half, and they go straight to the basket with Ratcliffe. His shot put up won't go. Bears grab the rebound. Here come the Bears with Bogan on the other end. Bogan had it taken away, got it back, still had a chance to put it in, and on the tip back wouldn't go, but a foul called. It's on. It's his first one, and Bogan will go to the free throw line. Bogan missed it, got his own rebound, and on the tip back got the foul called against him. Bogan with 4 in the first half goes to the free throw line for Southwest. First one up, good. Bogan, young man out of Brookhaven High School, redshirted on this team last year and learned a lot being able to practice with these Bears, and then joins the roster this year, makes the second free throw. Both free throws in and good. Makes it 43-39, 19:38 to play now in this basketball game. Flanagan with the basketball, top of the key. Flanagan hands it to Tameen. He wants to go underneath. His one-hander put up, won't go. Got the rebound, had it knocked away. Ball's on the floor, still on the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow shows it's Southwest ball. So the possession arrow the way of Southwest with 19:22 to play. Bears will inbound it. They'll inbound it to Gadsden. Gulf Coast back in that full court press that we saw early in that first half. Gadsden tasked with bringing it down. He'll get it to Blake. Blake with the basketball. Across the timeline with it, he goes to the corner. Now back up top, flips it back to Bogan. Bogan wants to go underneath, and a foul called against the Bears. Malik Lamine gonna pick that one up for the Bears as he was in transition and gets the foul called against him. 43-39. Only 2 shots in this second half, and they both came from the free throw line in our first minute. Basketball belongs to Gulf Coast. Streaking towards the basketball and putting it in is Ratcliffe. Makes it a 43-41 game. Bogan with the basketball in traffic, gets it to Gadsden. Gadsden down in the corner with the basketball. Gadsden gives it to Lamine. Lamine wants to get it back up the floor, and a foul called on the Bears. That's going to be on Kennard Bowie. So Gulf Coast doing exactly what they did in the opening moments of the second half, in the opening moments of this game, applying that full court pressure and disrupting the flow of basketball that the Bears want to play. They bring it down with Flanagan. Flanagan will give it to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe goes to the hoop. His shot blocked. On the floor, though, picked up by Gulf Coast. Now back it down in the corner is the basketball with Flanagan. Flanagan's 3-ball put up, won't go. Gulf Coast got the rebound, had it knocked away. Last touched by Southwest. They'll leave 18 on the shot clock. Gulf Coast will inbound it underneath their own goal. They inbound it quickly, and a foul going to be called as Tameen went to the basket. It's against Lamine. He'll pick up his third foul. And to the free throw line will go Gulf Coast. First free throw up, that one good. Makes it 43-42. Gulf Coast now to within 1. Second free throw makes that one. Makes it 43-43. 40, let's see, Bears with the basketball now with Blake. Blake goes to Gadsden. Gadsden back to Blake. They want to go now underneath the Bowie. Bowie goes towards the basket, shot put in and good. Bowie got his basket to fall. 45-43, Bears back by 2. Basketball with Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast dribbles down in the lane, punches it out, 3-ball in and good. That one from Carr to me. Boy, he had 3 in the first half. He brings his 4th three-pointer of the game. Gives Gulf Coast the lead, 46-45. Bears under pressure, bring it down to Blake. Blake in the corner with the basketball. Gives it to Bogan. Bogan's 3-ball put up won't go. Bears got the rebound. The putback is good from Bowie Jr. 47-46, Bears by 1. 16:49 to play here in the basketball game. Bears by 1. Gulf Coast with the basketball towards the hoop. Flips it back, goes underneath, grabs it, won't go. Malik Lamine grabs it from him. Flanagan tried to flip around and get the basket. That time wouldn't go. Gadsden flips it to Bogan. Bogan to the hoop, shot put up, won't go. Lamine shot blocked on the floor, put up, and now foul called. Think it's going to go against Gulf Coast. It does, and Johnson. They buzz Johnson for it, his 2nd foul. And Malik Lamine will go to the free throw line for the Bears. He's got to tie his shoes first. He almost came out of his shoes trying to guard that one.
That's a lot of shoes to come out of.
It is. Now he's ready to go. Gulf Coast not real happy about the way that foul was called underneath the Bear Gold there. Lamine makes the first. Bears a perfect 3 out of 3 from the free throw line here in the second half. 48-46, Bears by 2. Lamine has a 2nd free throw coming. That one up, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson will give it to Flanagan. Flanagan will bring it down. Bears by 2, 48-46, 16-13 to play here at the basketball center. Quick 3 put up, no good. Bears get that rebound. Blake, here comes Zay Blake in the Bears. Blake in traffic and a kick ball. They say he kicked the ball. Ball stays with the Bears, but they say Gulf Coast kicked it. Now the officials are trying to make sure they know where the ball's supposed to be brought in at. They confer, and they say it'll be underneath the Bear basket. They will ask Blake to do that. Blake will get it in. Long distance pass, and Gulf Coast is going to have this one to the hoop. Shot put up, won't go. Gulf Coast the rebound, bounces it back out to Flanagan. Flanagan goes back towards the hoop, and he double dribbled. Flanagan missed it the first time. Gulf Coast got it back. When they got it back, they gave it to Flanagan again, and that time he double dribbles it. Basketball with Zay Blake. Blake brings it length to the floor for the Bears. Blake into traffic, weaves the one-hander in and good. Blake just weaving in and out there, got the basket to go. 50-46, Bears by 4. Gulf Coast with Flanagan with the basketball back beyond the three-point line, goes towards the hoop. His shot blocked partially by Lamine. He'll grab the ball and give it to Gadsden. Here comes Gadsden and the Bears. They'll bring it down. Gadsden with 15 minutes to play has the ball for the Bears. He'll feed it to Blake in the corner. 3-ball in and good. Zay Blake's 3-ball in and good to make it 53-46. 14:54 to play here in the basketball center. Basketball goes in the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan's the guy that brings it down for Gulf Coast. He'll touch it for a moment, give it to Mazur. He'll go towards the hoop. Oh, took that extra step and the foul called there. Took that big step and got the foul called against the Bears. It's Cale Carter who gets the foul. That's the 4th against the Bears. Masana will shoot the free throw. He took that big step and kind of walked into the Bears in a foul. First one up, and that's no good, off the back of the rim. 53-46, 14:37 to play in the second half here in the Southwest Basketball Center. Second free throw coming for Gulf Coast. That one up, that one no good either. Missed them both. Lamine got it to Gadsden. Gadsden gives it to Blake. Blake working it down. Gives it to Carter. Carter flips it back out. Now it's in Blake's hands again. Zay Blake with the basketball. Goes to Gadsden. Gadsden gives it off down in the corner to Carter. Carter back to Gadsden. 8 showing on the shot clock. Bears got to hurry here. 5 seconds showing on the shot clock. Bears shoot the 3 ball. That one up, no good. Rebound picked up by Johnson and Gulf Coast. Here they come the other way. He'll give it to Tameen, and he has it stolen away. That's Carter who steals it. Carter who puts it in for the Bears. Carter put it in for the Bears. 55-46, 13:52 to play. Let's see what this timeout is. It's a full timeout. With it being a full timeout, let's step aside for 30 seconds. Back in 30 seconds, Bear basketball on WAZA and Bear TV. Well, back here at the basketball center, 55-46. Coach, real quick, they come back in the full court press. Gulf Coast does in the beginning of the half, and once again, that seems to get them right back in this game, doesn't it?
Yes, but I like the way Southwest adjusted to it, and all of a sudden they're keeping Flanagan from getting going. He's struggling here in the second half, and that's been the key to it. And Bowie has been aggressive around the basket in the second half.
Took them a few minutes in the first half to figure it out. Once they did, they started succeeding. They're starting to figure it out in the second half now. Gulf Coast with the basketball. They'll go to the hoop. Shot put up, won't go that time. It knocked out of bounds. Who last touched it? They say Bears last to touch it, so Gulf Coast will own the basketball. They'll put the fresh 20 on the shot clock for them with 13:40 to play. Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast. In with Johnson. Johnson gives it back out to Proby. Proby with the basketball. He'll run the point right now for Gulf Coast. Proby wants to go underneath to Ratcliffe, and he'll have a foul called against him. Who got him for the Bears? It was number 10, Gadsden. Gadsden picks up his first. And Ratcliffe will go to the free throw line. 55-46, the Bear lead. That one in and good by Ratcliffe. Makes the second one. Bears on a 15, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 run, 15-9 run to start the second half of this basketball game. 55-48, 13-19 to play. Bears getting it down to Carter. Carter with the basketball. Cale Carter gives it back to Blake. Blake with the basketball. Blake puts it on the floor. He will dribble it and he'll lose it. Loses it to Gulf Coast. Coming down the floor is Flanagan. He twists and turns. He lost it. And we got a foul called, I think, against Gulf Coast. It is against Gulf Coast. Ratliff commits the foul. Bears will own this basketball. That is the third against Gulf Coast. So the Bears will inbound it in front of the Gulf Coast bench with 12:51 to play here in this basketball game. Bears will ask Blake to inbound it to Gadsden. Gadsden with the basketball. Gadsden brings it down, goes straight to the hoop. Boy, he got an open spot in the lane, and he took advantage of it. Gadsden's first points of the second half makes it 57-48, 12 and a half to play for the Bears. Basketball in the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan gives it to Proby. Proby underneath. His shot put up, won't go, but fouled by the Bears. They got Javius Moore for the foul that time. That's 6 against the Bears. And the Gulf Coast Bulldogs will go to the free throw line. They will send Proby, Dontavius Proby, to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The first one for Proby here in the second half. Up and good. So Proby will make the first free throw. He has one more coming. Second free throw for Proby. That one up and good. Proby makes both free throws, 57-50. The lead 7 now for the Bears. Back in single digits, the Bear lead. Blake with the basketball for Southwest. Blake goes to Gadsden. Gadsden, top of the key with it. Gadsden and Proby working against him. He goes into the lane, runs into traffic, lost it, got it back, flips it back out to Carter. Carter's three put up, won't go. Here comes Proby on the other end. He wants to go to the hoop, backwards put up against the rim, won't go. Bears with the rebound. Here's Gadsden with the big step, and it's in and good. Gadsden took the big step around him and got it to fall. 59-50. 11:37 to play here at the Basketball Center. Bears on the defensive end with 11 and a half to play. Basketball in the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan to the hoop, had it blocked, but on second time the hand got in there and did by Nate. I think he had it blocked clean the first time. I think it was the second hand that got in there that got the foul, wasn't it, Coach?
Exactly. I mean, it was a clean, looked like to me a clean block, but then when you put your hand on the side that second time, they're going to call that.
Flanagan to the free throw line. First one in and good. Makes it 59-51 here at the Basketball Center. Flanagan with a second free throw coming. Second one is up. Second one's good too. Flanagan makes them both from the free throw line. 59-52, the Bear lead. Blake, here's the full court pressure coming from Proby and the Bulldogs. Blake right here in front of us, dribbles the basketball, goes around Proby into traffic, gets it back out to Gadsden. Gadsden with the basketball, had it knocked away from him. Blake picked it up. He wanted to go underneath, last touch by the Bears. After it was knocked away from Gadsden, the Bears never really secured that basketball again and lost it out of bounds.
This wasn't a very good offensive series there. They were a little in a hurry.
Bears on the defensive side now with Flanagan. Flanagan, jumper put up, he walked. The basketball will belong to the Bears. Bears will get Walker Moreland, who will check into this basketball game as Kel Carter will get himself a break. So Moreland will check in for the Bears. He'll be asked to bring it in. He'll get it to Gadsden. Gadsden will get it to Blake. Blake will cross the timeline with the basketball. 10 and a half to play here at the Basketball Center. Blake working down in the lane with it, and a foul going to be called. The foul on Proby. Proby picks up his second. That's the fourth against Gulf Coast. And Blake will bring it in over here in front of us. Blake will bring it in for the Bears. looking for some help. Moreland up top with the basketball. Moreland will give it back to him. It's 15 on the shot clock. They get it to Gadsden. Gadsden with the basketball. Down in the lane with it. Has it knocked out. Looking for Moreland. Has it knocked away. Here comes Gulf Coast on the other end. They'll lay it in. And it makes it a 59-54 game. Chom made that one. And a timeout called. It's a 30-second timeout, 59-54. Bears and Bulldogs here at the basketball center. And Coach, Bears have been kind of keeping us holding our breath all year long, but they're going to do it again tonight, aren't they?
Exactly. They've been playing close games, and they seem to find a way to win, and that's a sign of a good basketball team that play in this league in the state of Mississippi junior college. I mean, if you can stay in games and have a chance to win, I mean, you got a good basketball team, and then pull it out.
I think the closeness of these games, too, leads to just how good this league is.
Exactly.
Very good league of basketball here in the MACCC. Bears 59, Gulf Coast 54. Bears will bring it in following the timeout. Bears will ask Moreland to bring it in. Gulf Coast will bring the full court pressure. They will get it in, and a foul going to be called, I think, on Gulf Coast. 5. It is on Flanagan. Flanagan will pick up his second foul. So Flanagan will pick up his second foul. Basketball will go to Southwest. Gadsden will inbound it. Gadsden will go to Blake. Blake with the basketball. He'll cross the timeline with it. Man-to-man formation, tried to steal. Unsuccessfully, they get it to Bowie. Bowie gives it to Moreland. Moreland's three's good. Walker Moreland with the three ball in and good. Makes it 62-54. Little breathing room for the Bears with 9:48 to play. Basketball in the hands of Chom. Chom with the basketball goes towards the hoop. Had it knocked away by the Bears, but Gulf Coast gets it back. Three ball in, good. Flanagan, when he gets the chance, will shoot that three ball, and he got the chance there. 62-57. Bears with the basketball. Blake working on Proby man-to-man with the basketball. Blake asks Lamine to come help him out. Lamine does. They give it to Moreland. Moreland goes back to Lamine underneath, and he traveled with the basketball. Basketball will belong to Gulf Coast with 9:11 to play. Bears will check Jenkins back in. That's Mazinat who will check back in for Gulf Coast. 9:07 to play here in the basketball center. Flanagan with the basketball. Wants to shoot the three ball in and good. Back-to-back threes for Flanagan makes it 62-60. The Bear lead been cut to 2 by Gulf Coast. Jenkins in this basketball game. Top of the key with it. Jenkins gives it to Gadsden. Gadsden with it. 16 showing on the shot clock. Gadsden in the corner towards the hoop. Draws the double team, brings it back out for the Bears. Shot clock to 7. Gives it to Blake. Blake puts it up. Foul called. That's Bowie, who has the foul called, and it's against Ratcliffe. He'll pick up his 4th foul. And it's Kennard Bowie who will shoot the free throws for Southwest. Bear lead cut to 2. First free throw. Misses off the rim, no good. Bears are going to check Bogan and Carter back in. Lamine and Moreland check out for Southwest. Second free throw for Bowie coming. Up and good. He makes 1 of 2. Does Bowie from the free throw line. 63-60. The Bear lead 3. 8:25 to play here at the Southwest Basketball Center. Flanagan with the basketball. Flanagan works it back. Three ball put up, no good. Boy, he made 2 in a row, but he missed that one. Jenkins with the basketball. Here come the Bears again. Jenkins will give it to Gadsden. Gadsden working down in that top of the key with it against Flanagan. Now he lost it. It's on the floor, and the Bears will control it with 15 left on the shot clock. Bears will have the basketball with 8:01 to play, 63-60. The Bear lead 3. Bears get it in. They flip it around, and everybody touches it to Carter. Carter goes to the lane. Shot put up, won't go. Got his own rebound, and the putback is good. Kel Carter got the rebound, put the Bear lead to 5. 65-60, 7:44 to play here at the Southwest Basketball Center. Flanagan with it. Flanagan to Chom. Chom gives it back over to Mezzane, who gives it over to Wheaton, and Wheaton gets his first basket of the game. Damian Wheaton, who hadn't scored all night, gets his first basket. Jenkins with the basketball for the Bears. Jenkins gives it to Bowie. Bowie will give it to Gadsden. Gadsden lost it. And it's all by himself on the other end, and he lays it in to Mezzane, and that makes it a 65-64 game. Bear lead cut to 1. 7 minutes to play in the Bear lead cut to 1. Now Coach Brian Bender wants the Bears to slow it down just a bit. Running fast, and Gulf Coast has gotten back in this thing. I'll go underneath the basket. Shot put up. There's the putback by Bogan. It's good. Bogan with the putback is good. 67-64. Timeout on the floor. And Coach, you heard Coach Bender say, let's slow it down just a bit. We were going fast, and Gulf Coast was getting right back in this one thing.
Yes, the last couple of series down the court, we were out of sync. And he could pull it out and slow down. It was a great call and ran a good offensive set. And once you get a good shot at the basket, you get in a rebounding position. And we were right there to put it back in. And that was a great offensive set.
Yeah, Bogan did a good job to be there to put it back in. 67-64, the Bears lead it. Let's check the girls' game. It's 44-33, 9-12 showing in that basketball game down at Gulf Coast. So 9:07 to play, 44-33. Bears leading that basketball game down on the Gulf Coast. Lady Bears, by the way, back in action here at the Southwest Basketball Center on Thursday. Meridian will be in town. Well, we've not got to see much of the women just due to the way their schedule is set up, but they'll be here at the Southwest Basketball Center Thursday to take on Meridian. The men of Southwest will make that trip to Meridian Community College. Both teams scheduled for 6 o'clock tip-offs Thursday night. Of course, with this COVID protocol, first half through this season, we're splitting these schedules up. Here comes Gulf Coast. They've got the basketball. It's in the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan will bring it. He's met by Blake when he gets to the three-point line. They'll feed it over to Chom, and he'll go to the hoop and get the basket. 66-67. Bears back by 1. Blake with the basketball. Blake working down into the lane with it. Bounces it back out. Jenkins right there to get the basket. Alshon Jenkins got the basket for the Bears. 69-66. 6:03 to play. Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast and the Proby with it. Proby goes to Flanagan. Flanagan up top. 69-66 to Bear lead. Here goes Flanagan to the hoop. He'll put the reverse on and get it to fall. Flanagan got it to fall. 69-68. The Bear lead 1 again. Jenkins with the basketball for Southwest. Had it knocked away, picked it back up. Jenkins goes to Bogan. Bogan working on Proby. Puts the 3 ball up, won't go. Rebound, it says it will belong to Gulf Coast. The ball belongs to Gulf Coast with 5:22 to play and the Bear lead 1. Bogan will check out. Bowie will check back in for the Bears. Jenkins will also check out for the Bears. Looks like they got Kel Carter back in for him. Basketball with Flanagan. Flanagan goes to the corner to Chom. Chom to the hoop with it. Shot put up, won't go. Rebound Johnson. His putback is good. And Calvin Johnson's putback is good to make it 70-69. They will have the
delay of game warning.
Delay of game warning, that's what that is, against number 20 of Gulf Coast. Basketball will be in the hands of Southwest. Gadsden with it, 70-69. The lead now, Gulf Coast by 1. Gadsden to the hoop with it, lays it off the glass, won't go, but a foul called. And Gadsden will go to the free throw line for Southwest.
He's been aggressive all night, and I like the way he's been aggressive going to the basket tonight.
And he has a chance right here to give his Bears the lead with the clock stop, 4:46 to play, as Gadsden will shoot a pair from the line. First one up, good. Gadsden makes the first. Ties it 70 apiece here at the basketball center. Carter checks out for the Bears. They get Lamine back in. Second free throw for Gadsden. That one good. Gadsden gets both from the free throw line. Gives the Bears 71-70 lead. 4:40 to play. Basketball in the hands of Proby. Proby with it, top of the key. Proby flips it over to Flanagan. Flanagan bounces back beyond the three-point line. Shot put up, won't go. Gadsden in there to grab the rebound. Gadsden will bring it down for Southwest. Gadsden across the timeline with it. Bears by 1, just over 4 minutes to play. Gadsden into the lane, takes that big step. Shot put up, won't go this time. He couldn't draw the foul. Here comes Proby on the other end. Proby will give it to Mesner. His shot put up, it won't go. Here come the Bears on the other end with Gadsden. Gadsden gives it to Moore. Moore to the lane, shot put up. They call the offensive foul on the Bears. They call it on Javius Moore, who picks up his third. Oh boy, we could have used that basket, Coach.
Exactly. That would have been a huge basket at this point in the game at the 3:50 mark.
3:49 to play. Basketball in the hands of Gulf Coast. Flanagan will bring it down. Flanagan goes to the hoop. Shot put up, won't go. Lamine had it, lost it, and it's now going to go back to Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast, let's see, they're checking in. They'll bring Ratcliffe back in. Proby will go to the bench.
This has been an up and down basketball game, back and forth, lead changes.
I think now they're trying to decide how much time should be on the shot clock. They put 20 back up there. Now they decide 24 should be what's on there. So they put 24 on the shot clock. Gulf Coast will inbound it. Gadsden attempted to steal. They say it stays with Gulf Coast. Nice job by Gadsden. Boy, you talk about a player that's giving it his all. Gadsden's giving it his all.
Exactly.
71-70 the Bear lead. Gulf Coast will inbound it. 3.5 to play here at the basketball center. It'll belong to Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast flips, goes to the hoop. Shot put in and good. That's Flanagan who got the basket to fall. 72-71. It's Gulf Coast by 1. Basket in the hands of Blake. Blake to the hoop. He ran right into him that time, and Blake will get the foul. And now Southwest wants timeout. Southwest wants to talk about this, 72-71. They've had a couple of offensive fouls called against them. Coach, if ever a time there's called timeout, it's right now.
It's right now because We've seen them losing the momentum here, the momentum shift. And the main thing that Southwest has been able to do early on is keep Flanagan, what I stated earlier, if we can get Flanagan from getting downhill, and he's been able to get downhill the last couple of possessions.
Bears using the timeout, 72-71. Gulf Coast leads it. Check of women's action right quick. 52-34 with 5 minutes to play. So Coach Brent Harris's women in pretty good control of that one. Down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, 52-34. Again with 5:05 to play down there. Here at 72-71, by the way, both teams in the bonus. The remainder of this one, the Bears have 9 fouls against them. The Bulldogs 7 fouls against them. So Gulf Coast will have the basketball after the offensive foul called against the Bears. They will bring it length of the floor and will ask Flanagan to do it. Bears don't bring the pressure just yet with just over 3 minutes to play. Basketball with Flanagan, top of the key with it. Flanagan will go to Chapa. John with it, goes in the lane, has it knocked away by the Bears. Bears knock it away from him. Here comes Blake to Gadsden. Gadsden with the basketball. 2:49 to play. Gadsden into the lane, had it knocked out of his hands. Gulf Coast gonna pick that one up. Each team lost it on back-to-back possessions. Now Gulf Coast will have it. 2:33 to play. Flanagan with the basketball. Flanagan goes down in the lane to the hoop. His reverse put in and good. You give Flanagan the lane and he's going to make the basket. 74-71. Lead 3 for Gulf Coast. Blake with the basketball. The long 2 in and good. Zay Blake, the 2 in and good to make it 74-73. Gulf Coast by 1 with 2 minutes to play here at the basketball center. Now under 2 minutes to play here at the basketball center. Each team 3 timeouts to give. That one shot put up and it's taken away by Gadsden. Blake on the other end, 3-ball put up, no good. Blake stopped, tried to put the 3 up, wouldn't go, and Gulf Coast gets it right back. Here comes Gulf Coast with the basketball. Round the timeline with it, 1:33 to play. Basketball in the hands of Flanagan. Flanagan gives it to Chom. Chom goes towards the hoop, bounces it back out, gives it to Mezanet. He gives it back to Chom. Now touching it is Flanagan. Flanagan, top of the key with it. Flanagan puts his move on the Bears, puts it up as time expires on the shot clock. No good, and they'll lose it out of bounds. Johnson tried to save it, but he will lose it out of bounds, and it'll go to the Bears. Bears have it with 1:11 to play, down 1, 74-73. And now Gulf Coast wants the timeout. Gulf Coast will call the timeout with 1:11 to play, 74-73. And once again, with the coach sitting here on the bench, let's get into the coach's mind. What's Brian Bender tell his Bears right now? Down 1 with just over a minute to play.
He got a task now with them calling a timeout to come out and run a set play to get somebody open for an easy basket or get to the foul line. So that's what we're going to look for. What kind of play after this timeout that they're going to come out with.
It will be Bears basketball coming out of the timeout with 1:11 to play. Let's look at women's action right quick while we're breaking the action. 58-37. The Bears of Southwest leading down at Gulf Coast with 3:40 to play. 58-37. The ladies lead it. Kind of set things for you. Bears have 3 timeouts. Gulf Coast with 2. Both teams in the bonus. Bears have committed 9 fouls. Gulf Coast has committed 7. So 1 more and the Bears would give Gulf Coast the double bonus in the last minute. Bears on this basketball. Gulf Coast, see if they'll bring the pressure. Flanagan is going to come down. No, they will pick them up after they inbound it. 1:09 to play. They give it to Gadsden.
He chooses to go straight up man-to-man defense.
Gadsden with the basketball for the Bears. Gadsden into the lane, working. Back over to his team. Oh, he had it taken away from him. He gave it to Moore, and Moore just had it taken away from him by Gulf Coast. 48 seconds to play. Flanagan with the basketball. Gulf Coast by 1, 74-73. Bears got to play defense right here. Bears with the defensive end. They give it to Chom. Chom hands it to Mezzane. He's with the basketball down in the lane. Shot put up, won't go. Rebound, Gulf Coast. Shot clock turned off with 21 seconds to play. Now we've got the officials talking about it. Both coaches disagree on where the shot clock should be with 21 seconds. They're going to put 17 on the shot clock. They will explain it to both coaches. They will put 17 on the shot clock, 21 on the game clock. So there will be a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, with Gulf Coast picking up that rebound.
I'm very surprised that Gulf Coast didn't call a timeout here to make sure his kids know.
And we get a foul called against the Bears. Bears want as much time as they can on that clock. So we'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 21 seconds remaining.
At the line to shoot the double bonus for Gulf Coast, number 4, Massamat.
Now these two are pretty big here. He makes one, it's a basket. He makes both, you got to have a 3. Misses the first.
Still a one-possession game.
Now you don't need the three-pointer either, which will help you a lot. Bears do bring Moreland into the game, though. He's the 3-ball guy.
Yes.
Second free throw up. Second free throw.
Good.
No good. He missed them both. 19
Let's see
seconds.
what happens here. I think I'd get across half court and call timeout. We're just going to play it out.
Bears will go to half court, down to 10, down to 9. Blake with the basketball. He lost it. And foul called on the Bears. Bears lost it. Moreland had to commit the foul. 4.9 showing. Johnson will shoot the double bonus here. He missed them both. Bears had their chance on the other end, but lost the basketball. Moreland had to commit the foul. Coach Brian Bender pleading his case to the officials, but hey, turn is her head. He missed that one. Bears still have a chance. Second free throw coming. Bears down 1 with 4.9 to play. Second free throw. No good. Bears get the rebound. 3 seconds. Here comes Gadsden. Gadsden gives it to Blake. Blake's 3. And it's good. Bears win. Bears win.
Oh, my God.
Bears win on the 3-ball at the corner.
What a basket.
Blake puts the 3
well
in, and the Bears win 76-74. Oh, that's a way to end a basketball game.
Oh, how excited.
The Bears bring it down. It was in the hands of Gadsden. Gadsden gave it to Blake. Blake's 3-ball at the buzzer falls, and the Bears win. Let's step aside. Back in 2 minutes with some thoughts on this one. Back in 2 minutes. Bear basketball on WAZA and Bear TV. Woo!
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life, where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
I can say I've done a lot of things in my life. I've flown with the Eagles, rolled with the Cowboys, I've barreled through the barriers. One thing I can't say though is that I did it alone. People ask me what makes a legend. I always say it's about being a part of something bigger. It's never just me. It's always one for all. Whatever comes your way, do it together.
During this 2021 basketball season, for all home games at Southwest Mississippi Community College, here's our attendance policy. The home team will receive 40 tickets. Visiting teams will be allowed 15 tickets. There's also 30 tickets available for Southwest students on a first-come, first-served basis. Those are available at the Sports Information Office. There are 20 tickets that will be available for the general public. Those will be sold at the campus bookstore for $10 apiece. The Southwest Cheer Squad will receive 10 tickets. There will be no pep band or halftime performances, and all MACC, MHSAA, MAIS, and Southwest passes will be accepted. Anyone attending the games will be asked to wear a mask and try to maintain a 6-foot distance between groups. The teams, they'll be seated on the south side of our gymnasium, while all fans will be seated on the north side of the Southwest Basketball Center. And whether you're joining us in person or on Bear TV, go Bears!
With that shot, he was just so square. He didn't rush it. And, I mean, the light, as it leaves his hand, the light is going off, and what an exciting way to win. Oh, this is basketball. Man.
Two in a row the Bears have done that to us. You know, you talked about real quick before you head out, you talked real quick, Flanagan with 23 points in the game. He did what he did, but the Bears were able to overcome that and still get the last-minute shot to win.
Exactly. But they kept him at bay most of the game, and that was the key to this game. And I thought early on that's what it was going to be. He made a few buckets late on, but he struggled because defensively Southwest kept getting after him, and he had to do – the shots he made was incredible shot because they made him do reverse layups. He just didn't get to the rim like he wanted to and draw fouls on their big guys. And I just thought Southwest, every time something bad happened, they never got their head down. And I just see the positive thing about this is those kids that came off the bench that gave Southwest so many quality minutes tonight. Man, you talk about kids like Javius Moore and Broadman, the kid from Brookhaven. They
Bogan.
Bogan. Come from good programs, and they just came in, and the attitude of him, when most kids sit out their first year, they just kind of give up. But he stayed here and learned basketball the way it needed to be played under Coach Bender, and, boy, he's giving them some quality minutes.
He absolutely has, and like you just said, without Strickland, without Barber tonight, the two leaders on this team, Bears are able to get it done, beat Gulf Coast on a final shot, 74-76 is the final. Coach, thanks so much for coming down tonight.
Yes, man, enjoyed it.
You're welcome anytime right down here on the table, anytime you want to join us.
Exactly. I love good college basketball, especially junior college, because this is what helped me, this floor right here. And I'm excited about being here tonight, and this was an exciting game. Made me want to suit up.
I was going to say, it kind of made you want to put the sneakers on again, didn't it?
Oh, yes. Right.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much, Coach. Brian Bender, after a 60-second here. As a matter of fact, here comes Coach Bender now.
Yeah, good talking to you,
Thank you very much. It's
good being with you.
Coach Hilton Harrell getting his thoughts on the game. We get Coach Brian Bender to join us now as he is coming towards the hoop. Just come right over here, Coach Bender. We'll get you in next. We had the coach with us. He started screaming when Zay Blake made the final shot of the game. I had to remind him we were on, like media and stuff, Coach, you do this to us twice in a row. Before we talk about the final shot, I want to talk about one thing. Bears have now played 2 games, both Saturday and tonight, against very quality opponents, and you've done it without Strickland and Barber, your 2 early season leaders on this basketball team.
Yeah, shows next man up. We talked about that a little bit this last time, like, you know, people think it's your turn. No, every day is your turn. You got to treat every day like that. You prepare like that. You, in practice, you have to bring it every single day. You can't relax. You know, every time you may start with 5 guys on the floor, it doesn't mean you're going to finish with those 5 guys on the floor. And we were able to make some plays down the stretch. You know, obviously the big play with Zay hitting that 3. And, you know, Kennard got that rebound. He got rid of it quick. You know, Crayon is a very good facilitator. And he hit it up the wing. And, you know, I brought Zay Blake here to make plays for us and score. I thought that's what we needed with our last Iowa State spot. And he did that. You know, the last 2 games, you know, he had 23 in the second half last game. And then tonight, you know, he just hits that huge shot. You know, we escaped. You know, we didn't play our best, little low energy at the start. You know, we're tired. You know, if I'm tired, I work for Tubby Smith, and he used to say, if your coaches are tired, your players are definitely tired. And, you know, I'm tired. Coach Vince is exhausted. You know, Coach Corey, like all these guys, they compete their butt off. Coach Zach, I'm really proud of my staff to, you know, we didn't have to play that game Saturday. We did it because I wanted to give our guys another opportunity to play more games. You know, we decided to play the top 2 teams in the North because we want to compete for a championship, and those are the types of caliber teams you have to beat. And we show maturity, you know, without our, you know, 2 leading scorers, our leading rebounder, our leading shot blocker. Tatum may lead us in assists. I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but he's probably pretty close.
Couple of other guys we want to talk about right quick. It seemed like at times Gadsden, a guy that was here last year for you, knows this league pretty well, especially with those other 2 out. At times, Gadsden seemed to kind of take this team by his shoulders at times during this game tonight.
Yeah, not saying that we had a moment, but at halftime of our last game, Crayon's very, very intelligent. He's probably one of our smartest players. ACT-wise, he's on ACT full ride scholarship here. Very bright individual. And sometimes he knows too much. And one of the things that he's really learned is that when you're intelligent, sometimes you think you know everything and that you have to continue to learn, and you can learn from anybody. It doesn't have to be from a coach or, you know, from a teacher. You can learn from everybody. I can learn from you. You can learn from me. You know, everybody around you have to have that mentality of being the fastest learner in the room and learn. And Crayon, at halftime, he was on some of our guys, and he was emotional. This is his last game. And we talked about it, and I said, hey, they're going to beat to your drum. You know, it's your ball. You're the point guard. You're playing to win. He had a triple-double last game. Tonight, he competed. I've never seen him take himself out of a game, and he said, Coach, I need a blow. With like 5 minutes to go, I had to take him out. But he's one that, you know, he's learning. He's getting better. He played at a 1A high school, played the 5. He plays a 1 here. You know, just a kid that's continued to embrace learning, and, you know, he's going to get his school paid for the next 3 years for him. And, you know, he's a guy that played really well in a few games last year, but he's really started to step it up. And, you know, defensively he's getting better, and, you know, he can do a little bit of everything.
Another one I want to talk about right quick, and that's Bogan. You know, redshirted last year. He had to watch his team play last year, and he learned so much last year. He comes back this year. He has 8 tonight, but he played some quality minutes and did some good things on the floor tonight.
Yeah, he got his first career start. Folly is a local kid from Brookhaven. He was just a scorer in high school, could not guard. You know, was a little bit, I hate the word, like, he was a little slow-footed, a little big, and that's one of the reasons why we redshirted him last year. You know, just to kind of fix up his body. He lost about 15 pounds and turned it into muscle, and he's continuing to score. He's embracing the defensive end. He's the ultimate team guy. He's probably our best teammate. Everyone on the team loves him. You know, if he breaks us down in the huddles, like, he's always got a smile on his face. He was a little funk for a couple games, didn't play a lot, but he is wired to score. And, you know, when you need a basket, sometimes he's the one that gets it. He had a couple loose balls and laid them in at the end. But that was huge for, you know, him to step up. And, yeah, he waited his turn, but, you know, he was ready. You know, he was ready. He's embraced this opportunity. He's going to leave here in 4 years. That's awesome for him, and he should get 3 master's degrees by the time he leaves college.
Absolutely. Coach, you win this one 76-74. You have done this twice in a row at home. Now you got to take this team. Of course, you were on the road Saturday, but now you go to Meridian on Thursday where it counts again. What do you know about Meridian?
The only game I've watched in Meridian, I watched 2. I watched them play Hines, and I watched them play Gulf Coast. They beat Gulf Coast by 14. Meridian is much improved from years prior. Every time we've gone there, it's been a close game. I haven't lost to Meridian since I've been here, but this is the best Meridian team that they've had. They're well coached. Their assistant's like my best friend in the league. We talk regularly, and they compete. They're a little longer in years past. They got 2 really good guards. They got a D1 transfer that plays the 4. It's going to be a battle. Hope Tata should be back for that game. Mike is still kind of game time decision. He tried to go tonight. He tried to go on Saturday. And, I don't want a 70% Mike the rest of the season. I want 100% Mike. And so I told him, hey, if you can't go, don't force it. And, we were fortunate to be on the right end of this one. And Meridian's going to be a tough test for us. And hopefully we can go on the road and compete. And I don't know what they did tonight, but they were 2-2 going into the game. And hopefully, it'll be another good game. And, then we got Pearl River after that. And I'm not a huge fan of that school. And I'm not overlooking the next one, but that's one that I want.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not much to say good about Pearl River, is there?
Silence is golden.
Silence is golden. Coach Brian Bender, you do this. I think the last 2 games also, well, really the last 3 games, going back to your Thursday game here as well, I think the last 3 games show just how much great this, not only this team, but this league is. This South Division is absolutely loaded.
There's amazing parity. Like Coach Ryan got this job, I want to say in May or June, and they had a couple guys that were back, and he had no players signed. None. And, he's a remarkable coach. He won a national championship at his last job. I talk to him regularly, and their assistant was with Thomas last year at Ole Miss. And, Gulf Coast competes, and they're one of the lower echelon teams in the league. East Central competes, and they got one of the best players in the league. You look at Colin, every time we play Colin, it's going to be a close game, no matter what roster they have. But I'm glad to be on the better side of this one. We're pulling on everybody's heartstrings, but sometimes, luck favors those who believe, and we've believed from day one with these guys and this program, and I'm really excited that we are on that end. Hey, Zay, come here, man.
He will come over here, join us.
Zay, you got to talk to the radio, man. You made a big shot. You get first radio performance.
Zay gets to come over here and join us next. Coach Brian Bender leaves. Zay Blake will come in and join us next. Zay, of course, joining us here, and of course, you get the gold crown tonight, the 3-ball over here to win the ball game. Let's go back and first off talk about the road that got you here to Southwest Mississippi Community College.
Road got me here from Hargrave Military Academy. Coach Bender reached out to me. I liked it, committed, and I liked the plan he got at Southwest, the achievements, everything we got going, the goals, everything we work hard for. We put in practice, get in the game, so we know we come out ready.
Coach Bender talks a lot about next man up mentality. You're without Strickland and Barber. Knew you were going to have to really step up. It's a next man up mentality. You do a good job tonight. Kind of take us through your thoughts coming into this game.
Tonight I came out aggressive. Knew I had to step up. Last game, Saturday, had a big game that game. I knew it would come out aggressive and know the people were going to watch me, see what I did last week. So I just came out today, same mindset every day.
All right, let's talk about the 3-ball now. Tell us about that. Tell us what was going through your mind on that end of the floor to this end of the floor. Did you think you got it off in time? Tell us the whole truth here on the radio now.
So I came down the play before. I had a turnover. There was a kickball, so I just knew next play I said 4 seconds left. I got to get the ball back, redeem myself. I seen Crayon push the ball, just running with him, get to the spot. Know my right wing is my spot right there. I know catching rhythm, catch and shoot. I knew it was going to fall. Wide open shot.
Wide open shot. This gym goes crazy. Second time in a row you guys have done this in this gym,
yes,
winning at the last minute. Congratulations. Good victory tonight. Of course, on to Meridian next Thursday. The good news is you win tonight. The bad news is I'm sure Coach Bender puts you right back to work tomorrow, don't he?
Of course, always.
Put you right back to work tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, we have absolutely loved talking with some of the players tonight as we get to talk, of course, to Zay Blake, who made that big point. He ends tonight with 16 on the game. Of course, he was the leading scorer for the Bears. Gatson had 14 in the game as well tonight. Back to wrap it up after a 30-second break. Back to wrap it up in a 30-second break. You're listening to Bear Basketball on WAZA. Bear TV going to leave us as well. You good? Bear TV leaving us right now, so have a nice night on Bear TV side. Back to wrap the radio side up in 30 seconds.